I'm Candy Devaney. So I've been training for triathlon for just over 20 years now, since 2000. I actually did have a bike accident in 2009 and had to get a collarbone repair. So I have a nice little plate and 6 screws in my collarbone. That one, recovery was just basically I had to let it rest. And then when it came time to physical therapy, I just had to gut it out and let the physical therapist torture me, basically to get my full range of motion, which I have. And then I've had a couple of different tears. I had a labrum tear on my left hip a couple of years ago, ended up the surgical route. But then this past year, my right labrum tore, as well as my hip flexor, my high hamstring, and my glute minimus tendon tore. And I thought for sure I was going to have to go back into surgery, but we discovered a relatively new and upcoming product called Exosomes, and I thought it's worth a shot getting treated with Exosomes. I just want to see if this would do anything to at least keep me out of surgery long enough to complete my first Ironman. Was not very hopeful because everyone said that's not possible, it won't happen. So I thought, well, I'm gonna do it anyway. So I did, I got treated. The first MRI told me everything that was wrong. 6 weeks later, I went in for another MRI because my husband wouldn't let me compete in the Ironman until I had an MRI again to see if possibly it had healed. Lo and behold, doctor called and said, your MRI is negative. And I kept, like in 4 different ways, kept saying, are you sure? And this doesn't happen. And so this is pretty remarkable. And to all the questions, he said, I've never seen it. It is remarkable that there is nothing showing as a default in your MRI anymore. And so I was like, yay, I can do the Ironman, because I thought I was going to have to forego it once again like I did the year before. So it was super exciting. I've had subsequent follow-up treatments with the Exosomes just to make sure that healing and that longevity have continued. I did, right here at IVitamin, I did an IV of the Exosomes, and I noticed pretty much right off the bat that when I was training, my recovery was way faster. So where if my hamstring was kind of nagging at me, it quit nagging at me a lot faster than before I got the IV treatment. So super stoked about that. Exosomes have helped me not only with my training to recover faster, it also seems to have helped with some autoimmune things that I had going on. I have a very high sensitivity to gluten, cannot do dairy. There's some things that it has just helped calm down within my internal working system, and that was a side benefit. I was not expecting that. I got localized treatment for some specific injuries and tears, and a lot of tightness and things that I just felt like might need a little tweaking. So I did some localized treatments, as well as I did the full IV treatment here at iVitamin. And I think that a lot of the benefits that it has given me is just knowing that it is working internally to help knit together some of the things that I am purposefully tearing apart within my body with all of the rigorous training that I do. I feel like I sleep better. I feel like I have much more cognitive thoughts. I don't lose my train of thought like I used to. That's just a few of the benefits that I've noticed. As far as like long term, I'm excited. I'm really excited to see. Like I know my skin actually even feels a little bit tighter. I recommend that any athlete who does anything, whether it's basketball, baseball, volleyball, triathlon, marathon runner, just a runner, just an everyday Joe who wants to stay fit and healthy. Exosomes, I think, are the next level of treatment when it comes to thinking outside of the box and not just strictly Western medicine. If you have a nagging injury, definitely don't hesitate to come in and get Exosomes, because for me personally, it changed my life. I mean, I would not have been able to do the Ironman that I had on my list. I wouldn't be able to just even do regular triathlon. I would have been surgically, unable to do that. And Exosomes made it to where I can continue to do what I love to do. And I think anyone who has that passion for fitness and health and, to keep their body strong and healthy and somehow fight that fight of aging will definitely benefit from Exosomes.